right, guys, we are getting close to the end of the year here. So what I want to do here is we're going to do a nice little top 10 list. My top 10 most liked units of the year. So what I did originally, by the way, I think Beast is the only character. I accidentally have Beast in here twice. I'm silly. Originally, I was going to just do summonable units. And my reasoning was going to be, these guys cost me like, $2,000 a pop, man. Like, these are the characters that I really either like or don't like. But then it's like, it's kind of not enough. I felt like to make like a good top 10 most liked and top 10 most hated. Now, maybe I'm just a negative Nancy, but I really like, I don't know. Okay. A lot of it for me is I really love the animations and, like, the huge greatness and stuff like that. And I don't know. I mean, there's not really, like, I don't know. This has been the best year in Dokkan history, but I guess a lot of these characters probably wouldn't really fall into, like, my all-time faves, besides, like, the very top. Like, I thought the very top making this list was very easy, right? Like, the top 5 it took me 2 seconds. But then, like, the bottom, I was kind of like, kind of back and forth, right? So, let's jump in. This is my top 10 most liked. There's not really any criteria or anything we're hitting. It's just, I don't, like, kind of just, like, vaguely, like, characters I really like, right? Like, a lot of times, though, again, animations, I don't know, like, Blue Gogeta, I just, like, have so much fun. Like, I love popping his active and hearing him, like, chatting shit. Like, like a character having, like, really good animations, being really hype, pretty obvious stuff. Now, I'm going to start with number 10 here. This is a little bit of, I just feel like I needed to get, this is my type of character. This is the 2024 version of Bulma. Bulma came out, and, she's still good. Right? I mean, she's not as good as she was, but she's still good. I mean, we might be in 2026 still using Glorio, man. The way he's set up, right? Like, he's set up to last for a long time. His support and stuff like that. And again, I wanted to make this characters that have come out in 2024. I guess there are some different units between Global and JP, but this is just a list of my most liked characters of 2024, right? And my most disliked characters that released on JP in 2024. I felt like Glorio at 10 was good. Okay, here's another thing too. I love the Japanese voice actor for Glorio. I love that dude. Like that, it's like, I know he voices, one of the lower moons in Demon Slayer. Like, he's been in a lot of shit, but I love that voice actor. So we got Glorio right there. And I mean, the animations obviously look very good. All that good stuff. Next, I want to get LR Buutenks in here as an EZA, Dokkan Fest LR EZA. I just really love his toolkit. As I said many times this year, he just has a really deep bag. Like, the Buutenks here is like Kyrie Irving, right? Like, he just has an unlimited bag he could reach into of guarding. He has survived KO mechanic. He's healing. He has dodge. It's like he's stacking. He has a good link set. Like, he's just doing so much. I really like this character. As the year has gone on, his base form has become a little flimsy. He's not exactly the most safe character ever, right, in that base form. But, once you transform, he still does become quite good. I like him a lot. I mean, animation is fine. I mean, he does a little chatting when you transform, but you know what? I wanted Buutenks in here. I wanted him in here. All right, next, LR Janemba. Oof, man, maybe this is a little low for Janemba. Where's Janemba? I can't find him. I did just wake up. Yeah, here we go. Boom, Janemba. So Janemba's just super good, right? Again, I mean, you guys know I do tend to like my defensive characters better. Defense wins championships. Defense is better than offense. We know it's just the way the game has been forever and the way the game will be forever. defense is just so very, very, very important. And this guy is one of the best defensive characters in the game. Got a great active scale mechanic. In terms of like a voiced animation, nothing super crazy. I mean, he does basically just laugh in his active skill, but I mean, I guess that's better than nothing. But I just really like all the defensive abilities that Janemba's got right there. So we'll have him right there. Don't worry, we'll get a lot more. Once we get to the top 5 is the characters I really like. All right, next is Blue Gogeta here. Blue Gogeta might have my favorite, like, well, no, it's definitely not my favorite animation of the year, but it's like, it's within my, like, top 3 favorite animations of the year. His active skill in blue. Now, I could play it right here, but keep in mind, what makes me like it so much is also, like, it's the combination. It looks great, but the voice acting is amazing. And then, of course, we have, you know, the OST. Like, the whole combo right here, this has been one of my favorite animations all year. Like, I just get, like, adrenaline. Like, when Gogeta's right there just talking that shit, like, it starts immediately and he's just talking shit. And it speaks to me. Now, he's obviously a great character. Lots of dodge. He's got a taunt team protector ability. He's a rainbow orb changer. This guy has been very, very good all year. I really like this Blue Gogeta. And of course, one of my favorite active skills gets him high up on the list. Next is the family Kamehameha Gohan. I did an original draft of this list and didn't even have him on there. And it's because I just am not impressed by this guy turn 1 whatsoever. He can get bullied turn 1. Especially with, you know, he showed up pretty late in the year here, where basically almost all the difficult content has existed. I mean, the Gogeta and Janemba fights did come after him, but you guys understand what I'm saying, right? But this is definitely my favorite animation of the year. And like, when I can get like really, really hyped and stuff like that, like this starts playing, the animation, the OST, Goku comes in, and then they just drop a 100 million, you know, crit and one-shot bosses. That's why this character's here. And then obviously, once we do go into their standby, right, this character's invincible. They are invincible. They're invincible. So I love them. I think it's awesome. It's so funny. If this Gohan, like, I wouldn't, do you know how, this would be my favorite character probably ever. If like, I mean, I don't know, if like the character just couldn't attack besides the family Kamehameha, like the entire unit. Like, I don't know, like, imagine if the character was just this the whole time. This will probably be my favorite character of all time. It really might be, right? Like, it's just like, the whole fight they're charging, and you could do the family Kamehameha like once. So you get like one attack with them, but other than that, they're just like a defensive god. That would be so, dude, that would be so good. That would be so good. I would love it. But, just that being my favorite animation alone can kind of get them up here. All right, so now we're going to get into characters. This is kind of like the characters I really like. Like, I actually felt it was, again, kind of difficult to get the bottom 5. The top 5, though, again, very, very easy. This guy was just, so he fell off a little bit, I thought. Like, once Janemba showed up, like, it started to be a thing where he could be killed. He is very good in the hardest fight in the game, though. And then, obviously, in some of the worldwide content, he can be exposed easily, too. But this, to me, is, like, fire. If you guys could go back, right? You could fact check this. I have been asking for this as a Dokkan Fest for years. I've brought this up so many times. I think that the Vegeta from the Android 19 fight, his first time going Super Saiyan, that's kind of like an iconic moment. It's a big moment. That this should be a really good Dokkan Fest, and they gave him the Saiyan Day slot, which oftentimes does look super good, right? And then obviously, his active skill, the Big Bang. I think they nailed this Vegeta, and he has been incredible all year. So this guy was easy to get on the list for me. Again, he came out in March, but I mean, he still can very easily dominate the hardest fight in the game right now. So global players, understand this, man. 2 years in a row, Saiyan Day and Golden Week are characters that have literally been good the entire year. 2 years in a row. God Goku, 23rd World Tournament Goku, and Piccolo Jr. dominated all of 2023. And then it was like that this year. Tech Super Saiyan Vegeta, Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and Int Fat Boo have dominated all year. Back-to-back years. So I would say there's a good chance that the Saiyan Day character, who people are predicting it's a certain character from Daima, I'm probably going to do a video on that maybe tomorrow. But I do think so. Oh, actually, let me try and get a thumbnail for that right now. Hold on. Well, hold on. All right, guys. So, yeah, there was the Tech Vegeta, Saiyan Day Vegeta. We love him. We love him. All right, next, Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Now, remember, this is my fucking list, okay? People have been crying about this guy. Oh, I don't see why he's so good all year. Well, guess what? Y'all were wrong. 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 I'm not scared to say y'all were wrong, damn it. I love him. I think he's been incredible. To me, it's very simple. Being an elite defensive character, it just doesn't get sweeter and more important than that. This guy has been a defensive juggernaut all year. Very effective in the hardest fight in the game. Very effective in basically all content. He's been fantastic. He obviously does have very fun animations. My favorite animations, I've said this before, usually are intro animations too. Because intros, it's just like, the fight starts right away and we get to hear them chatting away, right? So I really like Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku. Mostly his defense. Intro does look pretty good. I think even his super attack animations do look really good. Like, just using this guy, it definitely does feel good when the animations look as good as some of these characters do. Right, I think that this Super Saiyan 3 Goku has great animations. I think he was a great release. I thought Fat Boo and Angel Super Saiyan 3 Goku, again, they were kick-ass releases this year. No doubt about that. So there is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So now here, I did cheat a little bit. We have Evolution Blue Vegeta and UI Goku. I'm putting them both. Throughout the year, a lot of people have been trying to, like, do a war with them. I don't really particularly care which one is better. Both of them, unfortunately, can be killed very easily against 17 and Golden Frieza. But both of them have also run shit. They have run this year. AGL UI Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. Just how dominant they are it's just so fun. It's just, like, these guys have been, like, the most fun units of the year, pretty much. They have no restrictions. We could just run them on every single team, any team we want to. They're both really good. UI Goku is literally untouchable. Vegeta, it is improbable that he dies in most runs. These guys have just been tremendous. Damage they had, defense they had, good links they had, a million teams they had, no restrictions. Like, it's just like, boom, 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 boom. They've just been incredible. And then obviously, as anniversary LRs, they have, some of the best looking animations, right? Because they're literally anniversary headliners. So they just look fantastic. I absolutely love these LRs, man. I think that these guys have been incredible all year. LR Evolution Blue Vegeta, and HL UI Goku, just tremendous characters. It is funny how, like both the 12 and the 18 key, it's actually just Blue Vegeta who does those in the anime, right? Like, it's like that was from that incredible episode of Blue Vegeta versus Jiren, right? But I think they made a really good choice making those the anniversary animations. Okay, so there's those two. Again, I cheated a little bit, but I had to get them there. Now, okay. Tech Broly is number 2. Initially, I had Tech Broly at 1. First rough draft. Because I just got, like, this guy's just, like, the perfect unit, man. I mean, he doesn't attack right away. Who cares? Because you know what he is right away? Literally fucking untouchable. That's what matters. He's untouchable. That matters. He's got some support, too, if you want to put him in slot 2. But he's untouchable turn 1, right? Incredible, awesome intro animation. And of course, Broly has one of my personal favorite animations in Dokkan history, which always really matters. And that, of course, is him killing Paragus, right? Like, this is one of the best animations in Dokkan history for free. Looks incredible. Great voice acting. I feel like I like the animations, or excuse me, I like the OSTs, what I was going to say. He's just tremendously powerful. You transform into him. He's borderline untouchable, right? It has to be several turns deep transform before he could even really take damage. He can do tremendous damage, leads a good team, great link set. Again, no restrictions. Since this guy has come out, he's on every single team too. AGL Vegeta's team, he's there. Slug's team, he's there. What character's team was I using him on? Daima Goku's team, he's there. This is like a quintessential Dokkan release, like in Dokkan history. This is something in 3 years I might be able to point to this guy and be like, look at this. Like, we need another tech. Like, I feel like I'm going to be saying this, man. We need another Tech Broly type release. That's the shit we're going to be saying. This guy is just, how can you dislike him? If you don't like this character, I'm sad to say you're nothing but a hater. Okay, sad to say. I'm sorry. There's no hole anywhere. He's none. He's damn near the perfect unit. But the difference between him and number one is Tech Broly did not save the game. That's the difference. And Beast Gohan did. Now, listen, there's going to be a lot of negativity around this guy. It is what it is. You know, I will choose to ignore it. It is a fact that 2023 Dokkan is thought of as very weak. Unanimous opinion, pretty much. Most people agree 2023 Dokkan just wasn't that good. For many, many, many factors, right? It's not like there's just one specific thing we could point to. There's a million different reasons why 2023 Dokkan, pretty much everyone, again, thinks it's not that good. 2024 starts, and, I mean, we do have the specter. I mean, people can act now like it wasn't a big deal, and they do, but Beast, it is the most sour feeling Dokkan has ever given me, for sure, I think. Besides my original shaft on LRSTR Broly, because that was so bad back in 2017. I actually thought about quitting the game. I've mentioned it several times. I remember I was in the shower. Oof, it was rough, dude. Let's not talk about that. But yeah, it was this right here. This was pretty bad. This is like, you know, this is still like you could call this the best animation in the game, and that it's like still like a good opinion, right? Like this is so good. But Beast only being an active skill, it's just, I don't know. Like, I would describe it as like vibes were bad. Vibes were bad. Vibes were bad, man. So, and that just carried, that was at the end of 2022, right? December 27th, 2022. And the bad vibes seemed to hang over Dokkan all 2023. And then, again, there's other reasons. There's, you know, a lot of characters were bad. Maybe people weren't excited about a lot of the character releases. People didn't like a lot of the content, right? Like, there's no specific thing. There's many reasons why 2023 is thought of as the worst modern Dokkan year, right? The worst year since the game, you know, improved drastically in 2018 and 2019. And then this guy drops, and I feel like he just reversed vibes. He dropped. I just think for as it stands, he is my pick for strongest unit in Dokkan history when he first drops. It's ridiculous. This guy is crazy. I think you could still easily talk about him as the best unit in the game. I think he's in that discussion. A lot of people do argue these two. I feel like they're very similar, but Beast just has like a taunt mechanic, which Tech Broly does not do. Tech Broly can be an invincible god, but then like a character could just die in slot 2 or 3, right? Whereas like Gohan could literally reach his hand out and protect like a shitty character. It just felt like part 1 dropped AGL Broly and Gogeta, and it was very hype. People were super excited, but like, I mean, I know me, I was still like, damn, like they gotta drop Beast, man. You have to get Beast. again, people can pretend it didn't happen now, which they do. They pretend there was nothing wrong with this character, which is just hoppycock. It's ridiculous, right? Dokkan was clowned. Oh, this is in, whatever game before Beast and Dokkan, right? Like, we saw that all over the place. So I don't like, it's just, this guy is such an important release. And it's like, he drops, vibes change. Most characters this year have been very good. The best year of content by far, right? It's just like, it just was a complete flip-flop of what 2023 Dokkan was like. And this guy was, like, essential to the vibe change that Dokkan had. So that's why I put him number 1. LR Beast Gohan at 1. Let's review this. Is there any other character? I did want to get Carnival Super Saiyan 3 Buutenks in here. I really like, I did want to represent like the Daima Dual Dokkan Fest. But I mean, I could have had Buutenks at 10. Again, I accidentally had, for some reason I have Double Beast on here. I don't know why. I don't know. I guess, yeah, it's like a lot of these characters, I mean, like, he sucks. This guy, I feel like, is a little, well, not a little overrated. You suck. I mean, you're good. Gammas are solid, but, like, I was never crazy about them. This character was definitely really fun. I mean, Tech Gogeta, I could, be in the mix for, like, 10 for sure. One thing about Tech Gogeta, I do love you transform and you're untouchable, which is awesome, but I've never been the biggest fan of the OST. You go back since day one, I go, I mean, it's okay. People will say, oh, like, that's been their favorite OST, and it's like, I mean, Gogeta, talking and stuff like that certainly is fire. I mean, I pretty much hate this character. Tech UI Goku's base form has died way too many effing times for me, right? So yeah, like, I feel good about this. So here we go. Here's my top 10 most liked characters of the year. Let me know what you guys' list looks like. Tomorrow we'll do a top 10 most disliked, which is going to be very easy to make. That one is going to be a lot easier to make than this. Okay. All right, I love you guys. Mwah! I'll catch you all next time.